Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to navigate your code as a 10x developer in VS Code. Let's jump right into it. Okay, first off, if you could see we have I have this code which I actually cloned from GitHub, right? So it's a Django application. Alright, so and first off, let's say you have multiple files and then you want to like check out some of those files, right? So you want to check out the files, and in some cases you might want to go through each of the folders, and then from those folders you can now see the files. But there's an easy way to do this, right? There's an easy way to achieve this, and one of the shortcut key for it is to click on Control P or Command P on Mac, right? So on Mac, Command P, on Windows, Control P. So Command P is going to show you this pop-up, and then you can type in the file. So let's say I'm looking for a view file, right? So I can just type in views, and it's going to show me all the view files that are available in this project, right? So I can now select any one of them, and boom, it goes to the file. So instead of me to open up the folders, I just do Control or Command P and then type in the files, and that's it. All right. Also another way you could let's say you are in a file, right? So let me just go to my settings first. Let me use my Command P and do settings. So I go to my settings files, and you see we have a bunch of variables, right? And there are some files that like maybe you have some functions, so we call them symbols, right? So function classes and everything is organized into symbols. So let's say you have a multiple symbols, and then you want to be able to go to a specific one, right? So this is a shortcut you can use. So all you need to do is type in Command Shift O. So Command Shift and O. So that's going to open up this pop-up, and then it's going to list out all the symbols, and then you can maybe type in the name. So let's say I'm looking for static roots. So in that case, I can start typing it, and it's going to filter it and show me. So if I click on this, it takes me to exact line of code in that file that particular symbol is inside. So let's explore with other folders. So let's say I'm in this model file, and then I do that Shift Command O, and then it show me all the symbols available, and then I can click on any one of them, and it's going to take me to a line of code that this particular symbol exists, right? So in this case, let's say get total score. So you see, it takes me to get a total score, and I can explore others. All right. So that's how to get into in a specific file. That's how to go to the specific line of code where you have a specific symbol, right? The third one. So if you observe, in here we only search for a symbol in this specific file. But what if you want to search for a symbol in the entire project folder, right, or workspace? So in those cases, you do Command T or Control T. Control T in window, Command T in Mac. So if you do Control T, it's going to show you this pop-up with this hash symbol, and then you can start typing. So let's say I want to search for this, or let's just say I want to search for let's say order confirm, right? Because I have that function in a particular view file, right? So you see, it shows me all the symbol. It shows me that symbol in all the projects, right? And then I can select that specific one. It's going to take me to that specific line of code. You see how easy it is. So instead of you to like go through the process, normally you will likely go through the search bar and then search for the function, but this makes things very, very easy and straightforward. Okay, so that's it. Next, let's say you have a class, and then you want to go to this class definition. So you can use function key 12, right? So you click function key 12, it's going to take you to the class definition straight up. So it's going to take you to the file and then the line of code which that particular either is a function or a class or whatever it is, right? It's going to take you to the line of code which that is being defined. And there are other ways you can also achieve that. You can do that by doing control click or command click in Mac, right? So Windows control click. So if you do command click, it's going to take you to the exact way that particular class is being defined. All right, and that is very, very straightforward. So in the case where this particular class is defined in multiple line of code, then if you do command click, it's going to show you a pick, which is like a kind of pop-up that lists out all the definitions of those classes, right? So yeah, so that's it. And also, apart from the shortcut keys that I've shown you on how to use them, You can also do option, right? So your VS Code, you can just do option, and then you're going to see all these options listed here. And most of those commands that I talked about, you can see them, you can achieve them with this option. So like going to definitions, you can click this, it's going to take you to the definition of where the class is being created. And there are other things you could achieve here. So things like go to declarations, right? So let's say in the case of a variable, right? And then I want to go to where the variable is being declared. So I can just go to declaration, and it's going to take me to where this variable is declared. And so if the variable is declared more than once, then it's going to give me a pick and then list out all the variables declarations, right? And I can select the one I want to go to, right? And it's going to take me there. And there are other things like type declaration. So in the case of type declarations, if you have a variable, this mostly favors type language, right? Or also if you have a Python code and you have done proper type int, then that's going to work well for you as well. So in this case, let's say this form, right? So as you can see, I've typed in this form in this specific line of the code. So if I should do option and then I said go to type and go to type definition. So it's going to take me to the class, which is the class I used to type in that particular variable, right? This variable here. So that's is it. And then we see go to reference. So what reference does is going to list out all the places in the workspace in which this particular symbol is being used. So whether it is a function, variable, or a class, so it's going to list it out here as you can see. And this makes it easy for me to like go through them and then click on the ones I want to use. So in cases where you want to revamp your code and then you have like a similar function you created where you want to replace specific functions. So in that case, you can just go to one place that function is used and then you can now, click on go to reference and that's going to list out all the places the function is being used. So that makes life very easy. So the last other ones is like final reference, right? Which is just similar to reference, we just find out the reference, final implementation, and then we have pick. So pick, what it does is the same with this. The only thing is that it shows you a pop-up. So instead of going to the line of code, it just show you a pop-up and then shows, for example, let me say a pick definition. So you see it gives me this pop-up and instead of going to the line of code and then if I double click, it's going to take me to the file, right? As you can see. All right, so that's all for how to navigate your code with ease instead of having to do the manual process of going through individual files or opening up some folders and checking things out. So this is a very easy way to do it. Thank you for watching up to now. If this helps you, like, follow, and also share it with your friends. This could be helpful to somebody. All right, see you again next time. Thank you. And thanks for watching. Bye. Peace out.